Self-disclosure speech, take one. What would you think I was doing if I told you that at the age of 5, I was walking with my parents during midnight hours? Walking countless hours, I heard a lot of animals, a lot of insects. I remember seeing the faces of a lot of scary men trying to help us. I also remember seeing people being chased by officers. Any idea yet? This is a description of what my parents and I went through when we migrated from Mexico to the United States in search of a better life. Hi, my name is Juan Moctezuma. Even though I was only 5 years old, I have been able to retain a lot of the information. Even though I'm only 5 years old, I remember a great portion of that experience. I believe I remember, or I have retained, all of those wonderful memories, so I never forget where I come from and what my parents, or the sacrifice and risk that my parents took in order to provide us with a better life. I was raised in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. I was raised in the great sports city of Chicago, Illinois. My favorite sport there was basketball. I grew up watching Michael Jordan play, and I always played like he did. At the age of 14, my parents decided to move. We didn't live in the best of neighborhoods in Chicago, and my parents decided it was best for us to look for another life in a different city. And this is where we ended up, in Dallas, Texas. We bounced around different cities before finally stabilizing in Dallas. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, and Houston, Texas before as well. Since arriving to Dallas, I have grown a lot professionally and personally. While many of you may know me as a reserved person, today I will share 4 objects with you that will help you understand a little bit more of the great person that I am. My first object that I have for you is my wedding ring. My wedding ring, which I should probably have it on. My wedding ring is a representation of a great journey that I went through to win the love of my life. I met my wife in Mexico, and we were able to sustain a long distance relationship for many years. While we were dating, I would visit her every other month for approximately 3 days. Her parents were very, very strict. At some points, I became upset as to how strict they were. But at the same time, I understood why they were being strict, and to a certain level, I thank them for being that strict, as I knew that I was going to win or have a great woman. We frequently talk about this journey. My wife enjoys and loves bringing up our love story, and specifically she enjoys to bring it up in front of my guy friends, which makes it that much more interesting. This brings me to my second object, which is something about me that is hidden. My second object is money. Love money. I believe that the purpose in my life is to continue to create a great foundation for my family, for the Moctezuma family. I work hard to accomplish my dreams, and for every opportunity in which I fail, I try to learn everything that I can from it so I can continue growing as a person. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy, and I work hard to strive for being wealthy one day. To reach such level of wealth, sometimes you have to take a strong stance on what you believe in and learn when and how to say no. This leads me to my third object, an object for which most people see me as that I do not like. This object is a picture of the Grinch. Many of my friends and family often call me or refer to me as the Grinch. They refer to me as the Grinch because they believe that I always have not a negative comment, but a comment that contradicts what they're saying. And the difference is, when we're having these conversations, the difference is that my other friends, I could tell that they're thinking about the same thing. They want to make a comment, but they don't. I just have I'm confident enough to be able to make a comment that will give them a different side of the comment that they're making. But please don't judge me. I am not the Grinch. I have a great personality, and I believe that. I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind, and I believe that makes me a strong person. As you get to know me, you will find that I have a unique and special skill set. A skill set that I use every day, which leads me to my fourth and final object, and that is a toolbox or a tool bag filled with tools. And no, I am not a handyman, but I am great in solving problems. My wife chose this object as she believes that I always have a tool or a solution for when a problem arises. If there is a problem, I will help you fix it. I hope that these four objects have provided a little bit more insight of the person that I am. I promise you I am not the Grinch. Thank you for spending time with me, and I look forward to learning more from you.